this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the 5-time Super Bowl champs from the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin alongside my partner Charles Davis. And CD, you look at these LA Chargers, champions of the AFC, making just their second Super Bowl appearance. You remember they were blown out by the 49ers back in Super Bowl 29, but remember that was a much different team than this one.
And think about this team. If they can accomplish what they're setting out to do in this ball game, win a Super Bowl, they would enter their new building as the Super Bowl champions. This team has been around a while. It's moved a little bit, but here they are with a chance to take a Lombardi Trophy into their new facility. And think about them in the old days in the AFL and how great they were. They'd like to reclaim that glory as the champions of all football.
Meanwhile, the 49ers are back in the Super Bowl for the 7th time in franchise history. One of the more successful teams in the Super Bowl era as they look to claim their 6th title, which would tie them with the Patriots and Steelers for most ever.
I like how you stated that they're one of the more successful franchises in Super Bowl history because at one point, they were 5-0 in Super Bowls. Joe Montana with wins in Super Bowl 16, 19, 23, and 24. And Steve Young, remember that one? Get the monkey off my back as he won big in Super Bowl 29. But they lost their last time out against the Ravens in Super Bowl 47. They're looking for a little bit of that. Can we get right again, guys? And I think the San Francisco 49ers team is going to play awfully well in this game.
And they're hoping that the lights stay on in the stadium the entire game this go-around. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. 21.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. the touchdown. It's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. First down, Locke. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Check out. Wide 90. Watch the run, watch the run. Check 4, check 4. Wide 40, easy, alert.
From the gun, here's Locke. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. On first down, it's Long. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. D Ford just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 22 yards there, a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On the give, this is Eckler. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Eckler, they run left side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit. Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going. Good sign on the opening drive. Now it's Long. Sliding up, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home. Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Locke. Looking deep for Gabriel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Locke. the 49ers get there. Dee Ford. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They blitzed there, but to be honest, I don't know if it would have mattered had they blitzed or not. That run play was going nowhere.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult at times to figure out where that defense is coming from. But if you're committed to running the football, you can get people up on those linebackers, right? Those guards don't have to block anyone at the line of scrimmage. They can get up to the second level and create some space.
Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You've told me before it's tough to identify how to block a 3-4 defense. There wasn't a whole lot of blocking there.
And one other thing an offensive line coach told me, if you want to run wide against a 3-4, which is difficult to do because of the speed of the outside linebackers, it's often difficult for your offensive linemen to hit targets in space and create lanes for your guys to run through.
Here we go. 180. Touchdown. 21.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Here we go. 180.
On 3rd down, Michelle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. Garoppolo. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Monday.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Slam. Check 43. Alert.
Luck now to throw. That's caught by Jackson. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up fourth down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
13.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
Chris Harris on the coverage.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Check 26. 26. Recon, 132 fighter.
After the interception, it's Love. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Second down.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Love. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Brings up third down and 17.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Love. It's complete to Golden Tate. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make them punt it. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Looking, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Intercepted. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Mostert. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go. 180. 49's the money. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now Mostert. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down now, Michel, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Watch the out, watch the out.
On first down, McKinnon had a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Out of time, guys, out of time. Let's get off the field.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 33 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Good job.
It's second down.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
12.
Left free.
Back. Topper. 11 feet.
Now Love. And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Throwing on third down, Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch.
On the ground, Michelle. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here we go. 180.
Slot 49. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
This is Mostert. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chargers 3.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Right there. Damn, baby.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 55, Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
5, 6, 7.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 54 is mine.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 1.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 31-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
You're on right.
He's checking.
Out of the gun, Luck. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw is Luck. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. But now it's 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Luck. This is caught. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So that'll back him up 5. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They snap it to Locke. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They've bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. He's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Buying time to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Locke. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deep Ford in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
All day.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for L.A.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 4-yard line.
Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up 2nd down. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.